gorgeous souls, and welcome to this edition of Anytime Readings. And the question this time is my current relationship in alignment? And you can use this question in a number of ways. You can direct it at a romantic relationship, a friendship, or even a relationship within your family line. Is everything okay in the relationship? Is all well? Will everything be all right? What's going on? What's energetically surrounding this relationship right now? There are so many ways to phrase this question, but if you are having inquiries around a relationship and you're feeling drawn to this video, this one's for you. And this is a psychic tarot reading where you get to tap into your intuition, call your guides in for guidance, and choose which reading is for you. Stay tuned. So just a reminder that in the real reality, not this third dimensional illusional reality that we find ourselves in, time is not a thing. And of course your guides knew if you were going to watch this video, and they've led you here. So trust that you are here for a very specific and important reason, and tap in with that. And please do excuse the sound of the wind in the background. There's not much I can do about it. And allow it to relax you, to sink you deeper. As I invite you to take a few deep breaths right into the pit of your stomach. And as the breath fills your lungs, allow your spine to become more erect, as if a string is pulling you straight from the top of your head. And allow that breath to fill your lungs in a way that relaxes your nervous system. Inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly. Maybe when you exhale with a loud and audible sigh. And let's just stay there for a few cycles of breath. Feeling yourself sinking into the present moment. Feeling yourself present in your body. Feeling the alertness and the awareness that comes through. And just acknowledging exactly where you are right now. And just taking a moment to accept that. Whatever is going on in your relationships, perhaps it's causing some anxiety, some upheaval. Just breathing in some peaceful energy and letting go of the anxiety as you breathe out. I'm just asking your guides to be present, and of course they are always present with you, but by you acknowledging their presence, their presence is more strongly felt, and just granting them permission to interfere and to guide you to the correct reading for you, the correct psychic tarot reading that will be attached to a crystal. Just asking them to help you connect with your intuition. Knowing that this is always accessible to you. Sinking into that knowing you are an intuitive being, and that you already have you feel ready, you can open your eyes and you'll see on the screen there are 3 stones before you. That is a strawberry obsidian orb, a light labradorite, and a black obsidian egg. Just take a moment to see which one is calling to you. Perhaps it's the first one that jumped out at you when you opened your eyes. Perhaps it's the one your eyes keep being drawn to. Perhaps it's the one that when you look at it, it makes you feel something in your heart space. It's the one that's calling. And just make sure it's something that you feel, not something that you think. And when you are satisfied and you have chosen which stone is going to represent your reading for you, you can go into the description and find the timestamp for the reading so you don't have to watch all of the readings. See you there. Beautiful Labradorite souls, for those of you who chose the Labradorite. I really am feeling a lot of success around this relationship for you. A lot of love. I do feel that there have been some conflicts recently, and what your guides really want you to know about this is that conflict is actually necessary sometimes. It's not normal for a relationship to be always in a state of perfect peace and love and ecstasy, essentially. Conflicts are being resolved, and in fact the conflicts have been a blessing that have brought you into a space where you are able to have difficult conversations, but necessary conversations in order to build new bridges of understandings and to take the relationship to the next level. For those of you who are inquiring specifically about romantic partnerships here, I do feel that marriage, or perhaps the celebration of an anniversary, but certainly some kind of celebration of your relationship, right? A graduation of sorts is coming. And yeah, for those of you asking questions around is engagement a good next step, or is it a possible next step? I certainly feel that this is a possibility. I feel the wheel of fortune turning in your favor. And I think in many ways you've seen how this relationship has been very synchronous right from the beginning, right from the get-go. It's been very beautiful. There have been all sorts of signs and beautiful moments that have really felt like it's been led by spirit. But then of course when the difficult moments arise, sometimes you question that, and of course just because a relationship is led by spirit does not always mean we are meant to stay together. But I think for you, at least for now, this relationship is blessed and united and in a good space. I do feel that currently, as we speak, things are going to be happening quite quickly. There's going to be a flurry of energy, and it might in some ways feel a bit anxiety ridden. It might feel a little bit rushed. It might create some unsettled feelings, and I want you to know that the way to cope with this and balance this out is to come back to your meditation practice, whatever that means for you. Of course, it doesn't have to be in the very traditional yogic sense. Whatever your spiritual practice is, whatever your way is to bring yourself to peace, even if it's just sitting in prayer or if it's just walking in nature. But just remember the importance of prioritizing those times, and perhaps you create a new routine with this loving partnership, and also cultivate time alone. It's so important for you to still have time alone. when it comes to the conflict and how you feel and what you need to say and in speaking your truth, while it is very important for you to speak your truth, I must recommend that you choose your battles wisely. You don't need to jump on the soapbox every single time you feel a little bit triggered. So when you're feeling triggered, when something is irking you a little bit, just go sit and reflect a bit before you respond, and essentially lose your temper, right? There's no need to lose your temper. Sometimes we need to release that energy for sure, and if you do lose your temper, forgive yourself and move forward. But if you can, hold off, go meditate on it first, and pick and choose which things you wish to fight for or stand up for. There are some conflicting goals, and there is some more conflict with others, which may come up between you and your partner, but may also be with your partner, you and your partner on one side arguing with someone else. And again, this is the thing about the conflict, it's part of the cycle, right? We need to sometimes have a bit of conflict, and it's about how we bring ourselves into a space of awareness and self-awareness in being able to cope and to deal with those conflicts in better and better ways, and really in learning to see and recognize not only the shadows of others, but how that reflects your shadow at you. So surrender to some of the difficult moments that present themselves. Know that it's worth it, and know that as things turn against you, so they shall turn in your favor again. So many blessings to you, beautiful, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed, do hit like and subscribe. Of course, this is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you want to be notified anytime that I post a new video, hit the bell as well. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, which obviously is very different to these pre-recordings and is very personalized, this is something I would love to do with you. Please check out all my socials below. Join me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and of course drop me an email if you would like a personal reading. And please check out my website as well. Thank you, beautiful souls. Sending so much love. Gorgeous black obsidian eggs. For you, I am feeling some conflicting answers. So I actually have two streams going on, and of course this must be because there are different streams of people choosing this black egg. For some of you, the relationship is really not in a good state. In fact, for all of you, the relationship is not in such a good state right now. For some of you, it will be worth resolving and finding resolution and working towards making the relationship amicable, healing. And this will depend from person to person. For some of you, there is a need to walk away. For some of you, there is a need to let go and to bring in the relationship to self, to bring in self-healing, to bring in self-love, to bring in nurturing. For all of you, it is necessary to bring in the self-healing. For all of you, it is necessary for you to bring in that self-love energy, that nurturing energy. For all of you, it is necessary to take a little bit of time away. So if you're in a marriage or a partnership where you're living together, see if you can go away for the weekend. See if maybe they can go away for the weekend. go maybe away to the mountains or to the ocean and go spend time in meditation, have long walks in nature, massage your own feet, have a nice bath, just really give yourself some time. And as you are walking out in the nature, you will find clarity coming through to you around whether it is that it is worth making this relationship work and building those bridges and finding compromise, but not compromising on yourself, but finding middle ground, finding spaces where you're willing to move your boundary lines, where you're willing to shift the way that you feel or see. And remember that if you do decide to make this work, it will be necessary for you to forgive. You cannot move forward into the next phase and carry those grudges and throw these things back at your partner. You just can't do that. That's just asking to move through the same toxic cycle again, right? And of course, there are always two people involved in the scenario. So for some of you, I am seeing divorce papers being signed. And for some of you, I am seeing marriage papers being signed. And of course, you need to take this away and meditate on it and really feel into how you are feeling, because that is the most important thing. What is happening in your heart? Meditate with your hands upon your heart. Allow tears to flow if they need to flow, and ask yourself, are you willing to let go and to forgive and to move forward with this person in your life? Or are you willing to forgive, release, and let go and move forward with yourself and without this person in your life? And contemplate both parts. I am feeling that there has been a lot of aggressive energy within the relationship, and this is coming from both sides. You're seeing it in your partner, and I want you to know it's also a reflection. And sometimes aggressive energy is passive, it's underlying, it's not necessarily outright aggressivity, right? Sometimes it's just below the surface, and children pick up on this best. So if you have children, please know that the state of this relationship is really affecting the children. So, you know, even your own feelings aside, if there are children involved, it's so essential for you to make a decision that is going to be healing and amicable and the best for all those involved, including yourself. Be a spiritual warrior in this situation. Prioritize your spiritual path, because that will be the thing that leads you, that guides you, and that helps you to reprogram yourself and to release unconscious patterning, old patterning from your childhood. Because of course, within this relationship, you are playing out, both of you, all involved, are playing out old programs from the childhood, old traumas from the childhood. And you ever get that scenario where you go, why again? Why am I experiencing this thing again? It's like the same lesson over and over and over, and I don't understand what I'm missing. And you keep attracting that same thing over and over because there's some element that you need to go back to in the childhood and release and realize, oh, actually, I'm worthy of XYZ over ABC, right? I hope that this makes sense for you, beautiful souls, and I really do wish you the most beautiful healing journey, whichever pathway you need to walk at this point. And I really do pray for the angels to guide you in making the right decision for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do join me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Everything's linked below. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe. And of course, don't forget to hit the bell if you want to be notified whenever I release a video. And of course, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, drop me an email. Everything is in the description. Beautiful strawberry obsidian souls. Thank you for choosing this reading. And for you, I am feeling some very glorious transitional energy, right? If there has been some hiccups in the relationships recently, I want you to know things are balancing out, things are coming to a space of justice. Everyone involved is starting to see their roles in the relationship, and from both sides, we are seeing old childhood traumas being released, and we're recognizing the reflection of the shadow within each other. And this is bringing about an incredible transformation, a shift, a change within the relationship that's really going to it's really going to blast open the opportunity and the possibility and the probability. It's almost as if multiple doorways are opening up within the relationship space at this point. And as a partnership, a couple, which of course could be business, could be romance, could be friendship, there is just this sense of growth together and this ability to be able to go, okay, well, where do we want to go now? Because the opportunities are endless, the possibilities are endless. So what do we want? What do we want to manifest? What do we want to call in? What do we want to create, right? And this is very, very exciting. And it's as if this turning over of a new leaf, right, has brought you right to the very beginning of a new exciting adventure. You've moved through the old phases, you've moved through those old cycles, you've broken a whole lot of past cycles, and now it's time to enter into something entirely new, entirely exciting. And while there is a lot of excitement and opportunity and joy and adventure and beauty ahead, there is also that other side, because when we are at the beginning of a new cycle, one thing that is sure is we do not have all of the knowledge and the experience necessary to move through that cycle yet. And so sometimes there are going to be some little twists and turns and maybe some lower vibrational energies along the way, but this is part of the growing process. All right, so the warning is tread carefully. Don't just fling yourself off the cliff because you weren't watching where you were stepping, right? Of course, when you are climbing a mountain and you're walking along the contour path, you bring yourself into the moment and you check your footing. With each step, you check your footing and you make it all the way quite safely. But of course, if you're going to be very unconscious about your footing and you're not going to look where you're going and you're not going to think about each step, well, that's when you could slip and fall. So just watch out for some of those loose rocks that could give you a little bit of a sliding effect. All right. Despite the fact that there may be some twists and turns and some difficult aspects, I'm really just feeling whichever direction you decide to turn in, victory surrounds this partnership, victory surrounds this relationship. So I would say, if you're asking, should I go into business with this person? Should I marry this person? Should I start a relationship with this person? Any of these kinds of questions, I would say that victory energy surrounds it, and that is a resounding yes, which is not to be naive and think that it's all just going to be fluffy bunnies and rainbows and unicorns. Of course, those things will be present, but as is life, it's all about the cycle, and of course there will be those moments of challenge as well. Yes, a lot of excitement, a lot of planning. Come together, speak about your dreams, speak about the path you'd like to walk together, see how you can align things together, and really just bring in this element of creativity in calling in the kind of future you'd like to forge together, and communication and creativity. These are the key words for you surrounding this relationship. Oh, beautiful strawberry, obsidian souls. I feel very excited about the things that lie ahead for you within this beautiful relationship, and I thank you for watching. Of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, please do drop me an email. Please hit me up on my other socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, if you enjoyed that, please do hit like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. And wishing you all the best with love.